Hi. I need to go get my iced tea. Hang on a second. You can probably guess which desk is mine. The messy one. Anyways, so I wanted to film a video in anticipation for Father's Day, telling you a story about my dad. Now, a lot of you, there's currently 232 of you, thank you for that. I can't believe I broke 200 subscribers. Yay! It may not matter to anyone else, but it matters to me. So when I was in the third grade. So what is that? 8. When I was about 8. To preface this, I am so bad at math. I mean, trying to get me to be good at math is like trying to get a Democrat and a Republican to like each other. It's never gonna happen. I just don't. I'd rather do the cinnamon challenge every day than ever take a calculus class. Anyways, my dad, on the other hand, is an aerospace engineer, so he is bleeding math. Someone's vacuuming outside. Like, he loves math. It's his favorite. We were learning about geometry in the third grade. We were learning about triangles and all the different kinds. And there was one problem in the homework that looked like an obtuse triangle. So I said, and the question was, identify what kind of triangle it is. So naturally, I said obtuse. I thought that's what it was. That's what I put. The next day in class, everyone else said it was acute. Yeah, every single person. And like 22 of them in the whole freaking class. Do you want to know why? They all looked in the back of the book, and they were like, they went to the answer section. All that back there. And they looked and said acute. There was a typo in the back of the book. And everybody else, either, I postulate, looked in the back of the book, or I don't know. We were third graders. But anyways, the teacher thought it was an acute triangle too. I don't know. This lady was an amazing teacher. She was great, but that day, like, suddenly Kris Jenner inhabited her body, and she was like, "No, it's acute." And so I got laughed at by every person in my class. The guy that was the most made fun of guy in our entire grade laughed at me. To give you some perspective on I was now the dunce of the class. So I came home and I was really sad. And my dad was like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Dad," little 8-year-old me, "Dad, I got it wrong, but I don't think I did." So, and I got made fun of. Everyone said I was stupid, because they did. Kids are mean. So I showed him the question in the book, and I said, "Look, everyone said it was an acute triangle." And he was like, now, my dad is a very stoic kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy who shows his emotions. Like, if you know him, you know, like, uh-oh, he's chewing on his thumbnail. That means something is seriously wrong. But, like, if you didn't know that, you wouldn't know, like, anything about what he fit. But he was like, "Oh, okay, well, don't even worry about it, Amber." So he writes, like, this dissertation, like, that many pages of geometry, proofs. He went Descartes times Pythagoras. Is it Pythagoras? I don't know the person's name. But he went Descartes on this teacher. He was like, he went nuts. Like, it was, like, in all seriousness, it was 7 pages long. 7 pages of graph paper. This small square graph paper, drew it up, and, like, freaking, I don't know what he did, put derivatives on and stuff, like, drew all the other different kinds too. And he was like, "Hand this to your teacher." So I handed it to my teacher the next day. And do you want to know what she did? This is, like, seriously the best divine retribution that's ever happened. He made her cry. She legitimately was crying because typically doesn't have that effect on people. He's very modest about how smart he is. He's never going to be like, oh, hey, guess what? I graduated from USC with my master's in aerospace, and I build rockets, and like, he's not like that. He's just like, oh, yeah, that's what I do. Watched the Laker game last night. It was just like, she was distraught. It was amazing. She just had like the sad tears rolling down her face and told the class that I was right and that everyone else was wrong. And that's great because that has never happened ever since. I've been right and everyone else has been wrong. I'm typically on the other side, especially in math class. But yeah, that was the day my dad defended me against, you know, vicious third graders. And the day that my dad made me look like the smartest kid in the whole class. So anyways, that's my story. If you have any fun stories about your dad or uncle or granddad or something, put it down in the comments because I'd love to read them. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.